We see a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, a lot of violence, a lot of injustice in our society. We see violence on the news of somebody getting raped or murdered or mugged or their house broken into or somebody being kidnapped and beaten and tortured. And, we hear of, certain religious groups that go out there and and oppress another religious group that they don't agree with. And they do so with terrorism and bombings and violence and beheadings and things of this nature. And we just see human trafficking, and we just see human suffering on such a magnitude and level that we haven't seen before. And it's just very sad and very heartbreaking. And one thing I believe that has led to this, and it's just a simple thing, but it's rarely thought about, rarely talked about, rarely taught in this day and age, and that is empathy. One of the ways to become a righteous person and to increase a person's own righteousness is to be able to empathize and sympathize with the plight of other people. We're so self-centered and so self-focused today with social media and selfies and tweets and updates and getting on our own soapbox and expressing our own opinion and having everything at our fingertips in an instant. We've become very self-focused and self-centered, and we don't think about others. You don't hear about sharing that much anymore. You don't hear about being sympathetic and empathetic to other people. But Proverbs 29:7 says, a righteous person knows the oppression of the poor. And we're not just talking about financial poor. That Hebrew word for poor could mean any type of poverty, whether it be a poverty of finances, a poverty of spirit, what have you. A righteous person knows the oppression of the poor. In other words, they put themselves in that person's shoes. They're like, man, what would it be like if I was in their predicament right now? What if I was bankrupt? What if I was living off of government assistance? What if I just lost a child? What if I, was a minority? And they put themselves in that person's shoes. A righteous person knows the oppression of the poor, but an evil person, implying somebody that can't sympathize and empathize with other people, implying that they're evil, implying that they're not righteous. They're the opposite of righteous. It says, but an evil person will not understand such knowledge. They won't understand such knowledge. They do not have that ability and or simply refuse to put themselves in another person's shoes and simply refuse to try to understand the plight of another person. They're like, well, what do I care? It's not happening to me. And, that's pretty much the basis of modern day Satanism is selfishness. Take care of number one, do what thou wilt is the whole of the law. Whatever feels good, do it, and it's all about you. It's all about the person. So I think that we need to practice and also teach and pass along to the next generation how to sympathize and empathize with someone else, to be able to put ourselves in another person's shoes and to experience what's breaking their heart and experience what's oppressing them so that we can kind of feel what it might be like in that situation. And then as a result, we will be more helpful. We will be more compassionate. We will be able to better minister to someone else. And you know what? When you're ministering to somebody else, you don't actually have to go through what they went through in order to successfully minister to them. You just got to be able to sympathize and empathize with them. Well, I've never gone through what you're going through, but trying to put myself in that situation, I can't imagine the pain you must be feeling right now. I can't imagine how hard that would be. I don't know if I could take that if I was in your shoes right now. And that goes a long way. A righteous person knows the oppression of the poor, and an evil person will not understand such knowledge. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day, and practice empathy and sympathy today. God bless. Abraham'sDescendants.com, getting back to the first century in a 21st century way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to press the like button as well as the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and the notification bell that'll let you know every time I make a new video. And don't forget to share this with a friend. Also, visit our website at Abraham'sDescendants.com. Thanks. Shalom.